call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, gotta feel the vengeance. In my thoughts,
Welcome back, everybody. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, comment down below. Today is just going to be a small video. We're going to be going over, obviously, the NFL draft has concluded. And what that means is that now it is the undrafted free agent time period. So everybody's going to be going on a mass haul trying to get some free agents. And there's a couple good ones out there. If you really look at some of the undrafted, it's kind of surprising. Some of them that, we would think go in the early rounds. So the Dolphins have signed a couple of undrafted free agents up to this point, and I'm going to go over each one of those. So we're going to start off with, they have signed Aubrey Miller, who's a linebacker from Jackson State, James Blackman, quarterback from Arkansas State, Alama Uluave, he's a offensive lineman from San Diego State, Brandon Peely, that's from USC, a defensive lineman, Bennett Williams, he is the Oregon safety. Chris Brooks, a running back from BYU. Ezekiel Vandenberg, linebacker, Illinois State. Julian Hill, tight end, Campbell. Jarrett Horst, offensive tackle, Michigan State. Anthony Montalvo, a defensive tackle, UCF. Randy Charlton, defensive edge, Mississippi State. Daywin Davis, wide receiver, Western Kentucky. Ethan Bonner, cornerback, Stanford. Mitchell Egude, defensive edge from the University of Miami. Garrett Nelson, the edge from Nebraska. Michael Turk, a punter from Oklahoma, who is actually the nephew of the Dolphins punter, Matt Turk. DJ Scaife, who I like, that's another guy, offensive lineman from Miami. Leonard Taylor, tight end from Cincinnati. And Alex Jensen from South Dakota, an offensive tackle. So you see, we're bringing some undrafted free agents in from different areas. Most of them are offensive linemen, defensive ends, and linebackers. We have a couple tight ends in there. But also, there are a couple of guys. Obviously, those are going to be the guys that, they just get signed right up off the bat. And there are going to be a couple of guys that it's going to take a while to see where they're going to go. But there are some exciting names to go onto that. So you can start off, obviously, quarterback. We don't really need to worry about that too much. But Tyson Bagent went to the Bears. We don't really need to worry about that. The running backs, though, you have a couple of guys. So like Hunter Lupke from North Dakota State. Sean Tucker is still there. Sean Tucker was not drafted. He's an undrafted free agent. So Sean Tucker is still there as an undrafted free agent. He has not been signed by anybody. And that's obviously going to be because he's one of the top undrafted free agents that are in this class right now. Deneric Prince from Tulsa is another one that is a pretty decent running back that I thought was going to get drafted. Roderick Thompson from Texas Tech went to the Saints. Who else? Travis Dye from USC. He's another guy that's still available. These are some names that the running backs, there are a couple that are still out there that, we all thought were going to be drafted, and they weren't. So obviously Sean Tucker has to be number one on the radar of the Miami Dolphins. That Travis Dye, Deneric Prince, or Sean Tucker, obviously mostly, that is a guy that we need to keep our eye on. As for wide receivers, I think we signed a couple of them. There's not too many that I see that I'm too hyped about. They're going to be undrafted wide receivers. We'll see where they land. Raheem Jarrett from Maryland is a good one. Bryce Ford Wheaton from West Virginia. C.J. Johnson from East Carolina. So those would be the wide receivers. Tight ends, I don't see too many there as well. There are a couple. Michael Ezekiel from, he got signed to the Chargers. Christian Sims and Princeton Fant. Those are some good ones. Not too many. Offensive tackles, Joey Fisher. You have TJ Bass, who is another one. John Ajokwu from Boise State. Connor Galvin from Baylor. Those are some offensive tackles that are still undrafted free agents that I would definitely want to target. Like I said, TJ Bass is out there. We signed DJ Scaife, so that's another great one. McClendon Curtis is a good one. Emil Ekiyor Jr. Oh, he got signed by the Colts. Yeah. So TJ Bass is a guy. I mean, we signed DJ Scaife, which is a really good undrafted pickup. I like DJ Scaife from the University of Miami. But TJ Bass would be another one that I like. And McClendon Curtis is another one that I would see who's going to get him. As for edge rushers, there are a couple. We've signed a couple, like I said. So I think we signed the ones that I do like a lot. But as for linebackers, so obviously linebacker is something that we all thought we were going to address. Ivan Pace Jr. he got signed by the Vikings. So Aubrey Miller was probably one of the best linebackers, interior linebackers, that was an undrafted free agent. So the Dolphins have got him. So we got one of the better undrafted linebackers in this class. And then, you have a couple more as well. But I'm really excited about Aubrey Miller. I mean, he's one of the undrafted guys. Obviously, if we get Sean Tucker, I'm really excited about that. But Aubrey Miller is a really good undrafted free agent. He's something that, you could hear his name come out later on in the season or next season. Aubrey Miller is a really good undrafted guy. He's one of those guys that I thought was going to be drafted. Eli Ricks is still out there for corner, which an undrafted for Eli Ricks. I mean, I think we all thought he was going to go in like the second or third, maybe third or fourth round. He's still out there. Eli Ricks is still out there as an undrafted free agent. Arquan Bush from Cincinnati is still out there. Ronnie Hickman as a safety, he's still out there. Rashad Torrance from Florida, he is still out there. So like I said, there are, we signed the best punter in Michael Turk. There are a lot of undrafted free agents out there, and the Dolphins are signing a lot of them. Like I said, Aubrey Miller, getting DJ Scaife. These are great undrafted free agents. So it's adding on to what we're doing. And a lot of people, when we were looking at the draft, what they have to realize is that they were saying they were going to direct a lot of attention to undrafted free agents. So like I said, if you pick up Sean Tucker, I'm great right now, because then you got Devon Achane, and then you also got Sean Tucker in this draft. Even though he's an undrafted free agent, Sean Tucker was supposed to be like a fourth rounder. He's undrafted. If you pick up Eli Ricks, picking up Aubrey Miller, he was supposed to be like a fifth-ish round draft pick. I mean, you get him as an undrafted free agent. DJ Scaife is another great one that I thought was going to be drafted. And like I said, Rashad Torrance, you want to get a safety. He's undersized, but I mean, still an undrafted safety. That guy was supposed to be, or not supposed to be, but I mean, we were all assuming he was going to be a fourth or fifth rounder. Some of these guys that are undrafted free agents, I mean, we thought they were going to be drafted. We'll see what they pick up, but I just wanted to give you a little update on, the undrafted free agent thing. But as always, hope you have a great rest of your day. Fins up. Peace.